In a world brimming with information and interaction, the subtle art of manipulation has become an increasingly pervasive problem. Many of us have experienced the unsettling sensation of being misled, of having our trust exploited, or feeling taken advantage of. It's a deeply disorienting experience that can erode our confidence and leave us questioning our own judgment. The truth is, the world is indeed full of individuals who, whether consciously or unconsciously, employ manipulative tactics to achieve their ends. These tactics can range from subtle gaslighting to overt emotional blackmail, all designed to steer your thoughts and actions in a direction that benefits them, not you. This constant exposure can make us feel vulnerable and powerless. But what if there was a way to see through these lies, to recognize the patterns of deceit before they take hold? What if you could reclaim your personal power, standing firm and unshaken in the face of manipulative attempts? This isn't about becoming cynical or distrustful. It's about cultivating an inner resilience that protects your peace of mind. This discussion will focus on identifying the insidious questions manipulators frequently use to control you. More importantly, we will explore how the timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers a powerful, practical framework for not only recognizing these tactics, but also for responding to them with unwavering strength and integrity. We will uncover the Stoic secrets that empower you to remain calm, rational, and in control, no matter the external pressure. By understanding these manipulative patterns and arming ourselves with Stoic principles, we can transform from potential victims into formidable fortresses of self-possession. This journey is about protecting your inner world, maintaining your autonomy, and ensuring that your decisions are always your own. It's about building an unshakable mind in a world that often tries to shake it. Manipulators often rely on a specific set of questions, designed to disarm, confuse, and control their targets. Recognizing these verbal traps is the first step toward neutralizing their power. These questions are not genuine inquiries. They are strategic tools used to shift blame, undermine confidence, and dictate the narrative. This seemingly innocent question is a classic tactic used to undermine your confidence and judgment. The manipulator isn't seeking clarification. They are planting a seed of doubt in your mind about your own perceptions or memories. Their goal is to make you second-guess yourself even when you are absolutely certain. The effect is profound. It makes you pliable. Once you start doubting your own reality, you become more susceptible to their version of events, which invariably serves their agenda. This question forces you to re-evaluate your stance, often leading to self-doubt and a weakening of your conviction. It's a subtle way to make you question your own competence and memory. When a manipulator asks, "Why would you say that?" they are not genuinely interested in understanding your perspective. Instead, they are forcing you to justify your viewpoint, often putting you on the defensive. This tactic shifts the focus away from their actions or statements and onto your perceived transgression of speaking out. The effect is to create a defensive stance, making you feel as though you are the one who needs to explain or apologize. By making you defend your position, they avoid accountability for their own behavior or statements. This question is a clever way to deflect criticism and turn the tables, making you feel like the aggressor. This question is a powerful tool for minimizing your feelings and painting you as irrational or overly emotional. It's a form of gaslighting, designed to invalidate your legitimate emotional responses to their actions. The manipulator wants you to believe that your feelings are disproportionate or unwarranted. The effect is to avoid accountability for their behavior and to control the narrative. If you believe you are overreacting, you are less likely to hold them responsible for their actions. This question aims to make you doubt the validity of your own emotional experience, thereby silencing your complaints and maintaining their control. This aggressive question is a direct attempt to flip the script and make you the issue, rather than addressing their own problematic behavior. It's a confrontational tactic designed to put you on the back foot and force you to defend your character or state of mind. The manipulator uses this to avoid any scrutiny of their own actions. The effect is a swift shift of blame, allowing them to escape accountability and maintain their manipulative grip. By making you feel like you are the one with a problem, they divert attention from their own shortcomings. This question is a power play, designed to intimidate and silence you by making you feel inherently flawed. This question is often used to isolate you and further engage in gaslighting, especially when you are pointing out legitimate issues or concerns. The manipulator labels your realistic observations as negativity to dismiss your perspective and make you feel like an outcast. They want to discourage any critical thinking or dissent. The effect is to erode your sense of reality and make you dependent on their validation. If you internalize the idea that you are negative, you might stop expressing your true thoughts, fearing their disapproval. This tactic aims to control your emotional landscape, making you question your own perceptions and rely on their skewed interpretation of events. The Stoic philosophy offers a robust framework for navigating the complexities of human interaction, especially when faced with manipulation. Its core principles provide practical tools to cultivate an inner fortress, making you unshakable against external pressures. The essence of Stoicism lies in understanding what is within your control and what is not. At the heart of Stoicism is the fundamental distinction between what is within our control and what is outside it. We can control our thoughts, our judgments, our actions, and our reactions. We cannot control other people's opinions, their behavior, or external events. This principle is the bedrock of resilience against manipulation. By focusing solely on what you can control, you prevent manipulators from dictating your emotional state or your responses. You reclaim your agency, understanding that their attempts to sway you are external events that you can choose how to interpret and react to. This shift in focus immediately disarms many manipulative tactics. Self-awareness is the first line of defense against manipulation. It involves recognizing your own emotional triggers, your vulnerabilities, and the patterns of your own reactions. Understanding what makes you susceptible to certain tactics allows you to build a proactive defense. By knowing yourself deeply, you can anticipate and defend against manipulation before it takes hold. You become attuned to the subtle shifts in your own emotional landscape, allowing you to identify when someone is attempting to exploit your weaknesses. This inner knowledge is a powerful shield. Stoicism teaches the practice of detachment, which means avoiding excessive emotional investment in interactions, especially those that feel contentious or manipulative. This doesn't mean becoming cold or uncaring, but rather observing situations with a calm, rational distance. It's about recognizing that other people's actions often reflect their own internal state, not necessarily a direct attack on you. This insight helps you avoid taking manipulative comments personally, thereby reducing their emotional impact. When you detach, you understand that their behavior is a projection of their own issues, not a reflection of your worth. This perspective allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. Cultivating inner resilience involves developing strong personal values and principles that serve as your internal compass. These values act as an anchor, preventing you from being easily swayed by external pressures, emotional appeals, or manipulative demands. Your principles become non-negotiable boundaries. When your actions are guided by a clear set of ethics, you are less likely to compromise your integrity under duress. This inner strength makes you impervious to attempts to guilt trip or coerce you into actions that contradict your core beliefs. Your values become your unwavering foundation. Stoicism places a high value on logic and reason, encouraging us to prevent emotions from clouding our judgment. When faced with a manipulative situation, the Stoic approach is to analyze it objectively, seeking facts and evidence rather than getting swept away by emotional appeals or accusations. By applying reason, you can dissect the manipulator's arguments, identify fallacies, and see through their emotional ploys. This method allows you to make fact-based decisions and responses rather than reacting impulsively to their provocations. Logic becomes your primary tool for discernment. Active listening is a crucial skill, not just for understanding but for detecting deceit. It involves truly hearing both the verbal and non-verbal cues in an interaction. Manipulators often reveal their true intentions through inconsistencies in their story, shifts in tone, or subtle body language. By listening intently, you can pick up on these subtle signals that betray their true motives or the falsehoods in their statements. This heightened awareness allows you to gather crucial information that might otherwise be missed. Active listening transforms you into a keen observer of human behavior. While manipulators use questions to control, Stoics use questions to gain clarity and expose falsehoods. This secret involves not blindly accepting claims or statements, especially when they feel off or contradictory. It means asking clarifying questions and seeking evidence to verify information. By questioning everything, you force the manipulator to provide substance to their claims, which they often cannot do. This method exposes their lack of foundation and prevents you from being led astray by vague or misleading statements. You become an active participant in the conversation, not a passive recipient. Finally, practicing self-compassion is vital. It means avoiding self-blame for past manipulations you may have experienced. Everyone falls prey to manipulation at some point. It is a part of the human experience. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, view them as valuable learning opportunities. This allows you to learn from your experiences and move forward with greater awareness and resilience. Self-compassion fosters a mindset of growth, enabling you to forgive yourself and strengthen your defenses for future interactions. It ensures that past experiences empower rather than diminish you. Before we continue, if this video is helping you see the power of these 5 revealing questions, consider sharing it with someone who could benefit from this insight. And if you'd like to support the creation of thoughtful content like this, you can click the thanks button below. Your support truly means a lot and helps us keep bringing you valuable ideas. Now let's continue. Armed with Stoic principles, you can transform your responses to manipulative questions from defensive reactions into calm, assertive statements. The goal is not to win an argument, but to maintain your inner peace and integrity, effectively disarming the manipulator without engaging in their game. These responses are designed to be firm, rational, and non-reactive. When confronted with, "Are you sure about that?" a Stoic response is calm and confident. Instead of falling into the trap of self-doubt, you reaffirm your position with quiet certainty. There is no need to over-explain or justify your knowledge. A simple, "Yes, I am sure about that," delivered with a steady tone, effectively shuts down the attempt to undermine your confidence. You are stating a fact about your own certainty, which is within your control. This response communicates that your conviction is not easily shaken. To "Why would you say that?" a Stoic responds by stating their reasoning clearly and without defensiveness. You are providing information, not seeking validation or permission. Focus on objective observations or established facts. For example, "I say that because I observed X, Y, and Z," or "My statement is based on the data we discussed." This response grounds your perspective in reality, preventing the manipulator from shifting the focus onto your character. You are simply presenting your evidence. When faced with, "Don't you think you're overreacting?" a Stoic response acknowledges their perspective while firmly standing your ground regarding your own feelings. You validate their right to their opinion without invalidating your own experience. This demonstrates emotional maturity and self-possession. You might say, "I understand your point of view, but I feel this situation warrants my concern," or "My feelings are my own, and I'm processing this as I see fit." This response refuses to be gaslighted, asserting the validity of your emotional landscape. You are not seeking their approval for your feelings. To the aggressive, "What's your problem?" a Stoic response redirects the focus back to their behavior, refusing to accept the blame. You calmly identify the actual issue, which is often their conduct, not your inherent flaw. This response avoids engaging in a personal attack. A powerful response is, "My problem is your actions, which are X, Y, and Z," or "The issue at hand is your behavior, not my state of mind." This statement reestablishes the true subject of the conversation, forcing them to confront their own conduct. You are not allowing them to project their issues onto you. When accused of being negative, a Stoic response refuses to be drawn into their game of emotional labeling. You clarify that you are being realistic or analytical, not inherently pessimistic. This response defends your rational perspective without becoming defensive. You could calmly state, "I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic about the situation," or "I am simply pointing out facts and potential challenges," which is a pragmatic approach. This response reframes your observation as a logical assessment rather than an emotional state. You are asserting your right to a clear-eyed view. The journey to becoming unshakable in the face of manipulation is a profound one, deeply rooted in the principles of Stoicism. The ultimate goal is not to become cynical or isolated, but to protect your inner peace and maintain your integrity in all interactions. It is about cultivating a robust inner world that cannot be easily disturbed by external pressures or deceptive tactics. By internalizing these Stoic secrets, you transform yourself into a fortress against manipulation. You develop the discernment to recognize insidious questions and the wisdom to respond with grace and strength. This isn't about winning every argument, but about ensuring that your autonomy and well-being remain intact. This journey of self-discovery and resilience is a continuous process, requiring practice and patience. It means consistently applying self-awareness, detachment, and reason in your daily life. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to refine your ability to respond with self-assurance, rather than react impulsively. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism provides practical tools for navigating the complex challenges of the modern world. It teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we always have the power to choose our response. This choice is where our true freedom lies, allowing us to remain calm and rational amidst chaos. Embracing your inner power and unwavering integrity means living a life where your decisions are truly your own, guided by your values and reason. It gives you the strength to overcome obstacles, the clarity to see through deception, and the profound freedom to live authentically. This is the path to an unshakable mind, a life of true self-mastery.